necessarily about fixing homelessness. It's really about how we treat people. And kindness doesn't fix the system, but it can definitely change somebody's day. Welcome back to my channel, you guys. Octavia thinks. Smash that like button. It really does go a long way, as I am a brand new channel. And also comment below with 3 blue diamonds. That lets me know that you're here, that you're vibing with me, and that you're shining today. It was something actually I was thinking about yesterday. I was talking to my mom about this, how nobody in America should be homeless. I remember when I was a teenager and I was running away from home. I wanted to do my own thing. I didn't want to obey the rules. I wanted to be like my brothers, you know, they were cool. They were like on the streets doing their thing and everybody followed them. And I just wanted to be like them. I didn't want to listen. Okay. Sounds like a typical teenager, right? In their rebellion years. But anyway, I ran away from home. I didn't have anywhere to live. You can sleep on a friend's couch only for so long, but one time I actually literally slept on a bench outside, and it was me and a friend, and we really didn't sleep. Like, it wasn't like I had a pillow and I was kicked up, you know, watching some Netflix. I was just like resting, but I remember that. But you know what I also remember? I had no fear of doing it. You can't do that this day and age. In this time, it's too dangerous. It shows you how things have changed. I remember I knew the bums that were down at the corner store drinking. They didn't mess with us. I knew the gang members from that side, and then from that side, I knew the drug dealers. I knew the good girls. I knew the ones that were off going to college. It's like we were a community. You knew everybody. So there was no fear of like, oh, I can't sleep outside because I'm afraid somebody's going to get me. Like, chances are to be somebody going, you such and such little sister, get your behind home. What you doing out here? You know, they looked out for you. These days, it's completely different. So being homeless and sleeping in your car, and even if you have it tinted and all of that, it's dangerous. It really is, depending on where you live. Literally saying she's going to have to live in her car. I was looking at the comments and it warmed my heart. Not only did I see the support for her, but people were saying I could never, ever let my mom live in her car. Like, no. And of course, you got an outlier where people don't have great relationships with their parents. So some people were like, my mom never did anything for me. I wouldn't care. You're going to get people like that. But the average person that has a heart, that had a decent relationship with their parents, and even if they didn't, they still have some kind of empathy, is not going to want to see your mom as an elder, 70, 80 years old, living in her car. If you can be the solution, even temporarily, to take that person in, somebody who can help out, help with resources, then you're going to do that because it's not safe out there. I'm so glad the people in the comments were rooting her on and saying, you know, things are going to turn around for you, because she didn't have a woe is me, I'm a victim mentality. She was just like, hey, this is reality. My rent has doubled. Some people might say, well, it depends on the different choices that a person has made in their lives. Some unforeseen situations could take place and hit you like a ton of bricks, and you find yourself just in a situation where you can't pay for your living quarters. There's all kind of reasons. Some people have lost loved ones and the financial responsibility had literally fallen on their shoulders. Maybe there was no life insurance, there was no will. It could be anything. It could literally be anything. It could be the location that you're in where it's extremely expensive, and maybe you had a lot of responsibilities like children and paying for health care and your mortgage, and all of a sudden you lose your job and now you can't afford that lifestyle. And so it could go on and on and on. And there is the flip side where there's people who have abused drugs and unfortunately have lost things that way, and that's why they're on the streets. People have been saying that because the landlords and these rental apartment places want 3 times the rent, either they don't have a job that is making that much money. I mean, think about it, 3 times the rent. That's another thing. It's like, come on, you guys. You guys know what you're doing. Even if they're making $20 an hour, that's still not enough. A lot of times people are hiding the fact that they're homeless. Obviously, they don't want you to know. You could be working with somebody right now that is literally taking a shower at the gym and living in their car, or an extended stay, and they really don't know how long they're going to be there. So maybe they're not the happiest at work. Maybe they're not the happiest. And maybe they are. But all I'm saying is we don't know what people are going through. You just don't know how hard it is for somebody to live a day of life. You know, life is supposed to be a gift. And it's not easy, but it's not supposed to be a daily survival. Like every day I'm thinking about surviving. Every day I'm worried about my safety. That's not how we're supposed to be living this life. And like I said, some decisions and choices land people in circumstances, but we're not here to judge. We're here to try to help as best as we can. What can we do that takes the least amount of effort that anybody can participate in? And it's being kind. Practically what we can do in our day-to-day lives is be kind to all people. Don't feel hopeless or helpless. Those who do have a roof over our heads right now, those who do have the ability to wake up in their own beds and aren't necessarily struggling in that way. What can we do? Well, there's a lot of things that we can do. We can be grateful that we're not necessarily in that situation, but don't just stop there. If you're able to, even just a kind word, if you're able to give different ways. You have to think of your own creative ways to basically just be kind, be a blessing to somebody out there, because again, we really don't know what people are going through. And kindness and a smile, and just maybe even if somebody will allow you to strike up a conversation. Some people don't want to be bothered, and you have to respect that too. But sometimes you can strike up a conversation or whatever, and just be kind. Maybe even just listen. Maybe that's enough. There's a lot that has changed in this country, and I understand it. A lot of people have noticed the coldness, but we still have a way to share the warmth. And I think that that's going to be even more important for us to do, those who still care. So anyway, I just wanted to share that because that's something that I've been thinking about. When I saw the elderly lady, I was like, nah, man, that not only could that never be my mom, but like nobody in America should be homeless with the wealth that we have. Kindness doesn't fix the system, but it can change somebody's day. All right, you guys. Well, I'm going to ask if you can go ahead and just hit that like button if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel if you like thoughts like this and just kind of conversations. I just talk about random things that come to my mind, things that mean something to me. Yeah. And don't forget, drop your 3 blue diamonds in the comments. That always lets me know that you were here, that you're vibing, and that you're shining today. All right. Keep your head up in the midst of it all and your shoulders back. We can do that. Peace.